Alright everyone, we're about to start this 2-hour fun race. Just waiting on the password to be announced. And then we're going to join this. It's going to be, I believe, a 30-minute... It's going to be a 30-minute practice and then a 30-minute qualifying, but it's broken up into the first 10 minutes is GT2s, the second 10 minutes is GT3s, and then the last 10 minutes is GT4s for quali. And then we start the 2-hour race. I've been practicing at this, and I'm putting up some pretty decent times, consistent times, so I decided to go after some good tire saving. I've got a really good pit strategy that I came up with. I built a quali setup as well, so the quali setup is quite aggressive. So we're gonna try and hunt down the top. You know, try and at least get in the towards the front of the pack. I do not want to be stuck in the middle or the back during this big multi-class race. At the moment, let's take a look at our sim grid. I can tell you how many drivers we have. There's not very many GT4s. It looks like a lot of GT3s, a little bit of GT2s, and like 2 GT4s, I think. Let me take a look here. Okay, so we've got 20 GT3 drivers, 2 GT4s. I am going to be racing in the GT2s, but even though that I'm racing in GT2, I also kind of want to race against the GT3s. If I could win this overall, that would be amazing. But at the end of the day, we are racing against our own class. Still waiting on the password to be announced. So today I am going to be driving the Mercedes GT2 in my classic like lime green, almost like a neon green and white livery. So I've been running with this livery for a little bit now. I forgot to add the green to the wheels. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So I've had some practice with this GT2 car in the past. It is quite a good car. I am used to it. I typically am not a Mercedes driver, but when the GT2, I like this Mercedes. Like I said, got a pretty good setup. We're going to try and focus on tire saving. Got a pretty good, like I said, a pretty good pit strategy. So I'll dive into the pit strategy once we get into the game and actually get the race going. if you probably hear, my fan is in the background. It is really hot in here. So I hope once the race actually starts, you won't be hearing that. You might also be hearing an echo on my microphone. Here in a moment, I'm going to turn on the subwoofer on my headset, and that echo will go away. So 2 hours at Laguna Seca. I was in the practice session, and it was usually around like 21 to 19 degrees. It was kind of partly cloudy, no rain, green track conditions. So I kind of opted for a little heavier in aero, being that it is green. I did practice a little bit with some lighter aero, some lighter downforce, but I just was not achieving the lap times that I wanted. I was quick down the straightaways, but with it being a green track, I was struggling in the corners. So I opted for a slightly heavier aero downforce. If we get into this track or into this practice session right before the race and it is like an optimum or even a fast track, I might drop that aero and change my rake just slightly to get more mechanical grip. And then I could be quicker down like the straights. There isn't very about it. So a lot of the passing is going to be done in corners. So I wanted a light downforce because these cars are really powerful. You can get around other vehicles really quick, and I wanted to have lighter downforce so I can charge around them on the small straightaways that I could. Yeah, with that being said, like tire wear was pretty good. Tire wear was really good. Yeah, and that was it. With my quali setup, I decided to go with even heavier downforce, heavier toe. Badoink! Yeah, I'm jumping in on this 2-hour race. I'm just waiting for the password to open up. This will be one of my first times. No, I wouldn't say first time. I did do a 1-hour race. A couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So I just got a new wheel and jumping back into ACC especially with the fact that summer is coming to an end, fall and winter are going to be around the corner. I want to get a little bit of practice in, a little bit of, I wouldn't say practice, but experience in with this wheel. Oh, there we go. People are already populating it. Let's see if the traditional password works. No. Oh, there it is. Ah, okay. Got it. Oh, tire selection. Okay, so now we are in. I am going to show you this real quick. If you look on my name right here, it shows my number 54, and it shows the little, in that box, it shows the little silver check mark, like in the silver corner. That means I'm in GT2. If it doesn't show anything, like say 40, it just shows a red box. The box may not always be red, but you want to look at the corner. That means it's GT3. And if you see the purple box, or the purple check, the little purple corner, then that means they're GT4s. So I am racing against other silver corners. Okay, we got a green track, 21 degrees. I don't look at track temperature, I just look at the ambient. Oh, we only have so many tires, so... Just make sure we're on tire set 1. Technically 4. I want to start on tire set 4 when the race starts. I am not getting out there to practice. I've been practicing for hours leading up to this. And we only have a limited number of tires. Quali fuel, I'm looking at about it's about 16 liters. I've been putting like 17 in. I'm getting about little over 2 liters each lap. It's looking at like 2.05, 2.06. So pretty much 2 liters each lap. Trying to take a look at some of the times. Starting getting up to 26.3. I'm waiting for that other GP2 to jump out. Yeah, I think we only get 6 sets of tires. To be very consistent. My fastest lap time on here in a GT3 was like a 122, a high 122. So, but that was also on an optimum track. This is green. So what green, if you look up on the top of the screen, it shows you your weather, your track, or your temperatures, your wind. No one ever looks at the wind. But if you look at the track, it says green. What green means is that it's clean, it's green, that there's no rubber laid on the track at all. Once you get a fast track, that means a little more, like a little bit of rubber has been embedded into the grooves of the track surface, and you could go a little faster. That it's really sticky. You could go faster. You have a little more mechanical grip. You could corner harder, corner faster, and then what an optimum means is it has the most amount of rubber laid on the track, so you can get a lot of grip, go really fast. That's where you're going to set your fast lap times. Abel puts up a 25.3. That's my like race pace right there. I've been like consistently putting in like anywhere from like 25.1 to like 25.6. So within a half a second. Depends on how much tire wear I have. But also with like a lot of fuel. Not sure if he's sandbagging it or not. Let's go follow on board with him. These GT2s are really powerful. They have a lot of straight line speed, but they're gonna struggle in the corners. They're quite heavy and they have very little downforce. Confidence on those brakes. At this moment, we still only have 2 GT2s in here. 7 people that I saw signed up for the GT2s. I think 2 backed out. So we've got 5 people racing against. With there being so little GT2s, let's try and win our class, but also at the same time, I want to race some GT3s. I would like to win this overall and be the GT2 that wins it all. Of course, this is a fun race, so people are probably not going to be taking things too serious. But anytime I'm racing with other people, I want to take things serious. Yeah, he's not getting any rotation on any of these corners, it looks like. I wonder if he's trail braking. With this also being a 2-hour race, I decided to go with brake pad 2. Steiner just crossed. Dirk-a-dirk. See what Forey can do. Forey's in the Porsche. Let's see, Havel. He has a lot of invalids. He did set 2 purple sectors. Sector 1 could have been a purple sector by only like 5/100ths of a second. I almost started talking machine talk. It's called a 50,000. Like this other GT2 is still out there. I mean, still in the pits. Corey's up to P2. Okay, so for GT2 drivers, we have Mieko Prince. He's got a a rating of 2,397, which is about intermediate. David Bender with a rating of 1,824. This class as a seasoned rookie. He was one of my teammates back when I did the 10 hours at Imola. Peter Dalton, he's probably going to be my main rival if he shows up. I think he said that he won't make it, but he is signed up at this moment. He has a rating of 3,249. Oh, I see Prince just jumped in here. So we've got 3 GT2s. We've got Justin Benton in the GT2s with a rating of 2,264, labeled as intermediate. And then myself, I have a rating of 3,157, and I am labeled as an intermediate. Let's try making that rating climb. I do like those ratings, like the SimGrid ratings, but at the same time they can be misconstrued. If you are winning against a bunch of, you know what, let's go and take a look at this. If you are winning against a bunch of, or in a league, that was not good. He should have not have dove up on that inside. Back to the ratings, if you race against like a bunch of people that are in like a lower league and you keep winning, your rating's gonna keep going up. You need some people to challenge you. Oh, Prince is out on the track. Let's take a look at him. He is in the KTM Crossbow. This car has higher downforce than all of the other GT2s. His car is going to suit him a lot in the corners. I think, though, he might be slow in straight lines. My car, I am in the Mercedes, and that car loves eating curbs, and it's got a really fast straight line speed. It's a little slow. It's quite a big boat. It's heavy in the turns. Also, it is quite powerful, so getting back onto the throttle is going to suck. Okay, well, we've got 11 minutes remaining of this practice session. I'm gonna let this follow through. You guys watch him as he goes around the track. I am going to run to the bathroom one last time, fill up my drink. So I will be right back. I am back. So I see Hableton went a little faster. Dipped down into the 24s. My fastest with a quali setup was a 24.7. And we have a 0.6 of a second gap between him and P2. Looks like there's only going to be a couple of us GT2s out here. Putting in, where'd he go? There he is. A 128.2 so far, but it looked like he's been getting in some traffic. Couple invalids. So in 4.5 minutes, GT2s will roll out. I think he invalidated that lap just there. Let's take a look. He did. Okay, we have 3 minutes remaining. Let's get our quali setup going. This is a 21-degree setup. Invalidates it. Deep on the brakes going up into the corkscrew. Looks like we now only have 2/10 separating P1 from P2. And a half a second from P2 to P3. Okay, I'm going to be getting out on the track in about 90 seconds. I got my quali set up. I'm going to turn on the little amplifier on my headphones You may be hearing me an echo with my audio right now when I speak. Right now we are on board with Nick Prince, if I'm pronouncing that right. I think he might have recovered that one. I don't think that was an invalid. I am currently, so for the person who just joined the stream, I am currently in the GT2s. There's oh, I think he invalidated that one. There was more GT2s that signed up. He went deep into the brakes onto the corkscrew again. There were a bunch of people that signed up for GT2s. There's about 7. And now we're down to, it appears to be 3. Oh, that's good. He's practicing his pit. Okay, here we go. All right. All right, let's rock and roll. 21 degrees. Everything is all set up. I want to change for the temperatures, change my pressures for the temperature, and get out on track. $18 degrees.
Green light, go, go, go.
Okay. Good to go.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
Okay, so we got Prince in front. Looks like we're the only 2 out here right now. Okay, here we go. Takes about like 2 to 3 laps to fully get the tires warmed up.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Damn it, I lost 3/10.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap. Well done, mate. Your fastest lap so far.
Dang.
Light damage on the front.
Well, that was a good run. Dude, they always do that. Like, no one listens to the rules. following on board this GT4, he's not supposed to be on the track at this time. The 24.5, that's pretty good. Let's go on over to my race setup. Now Amador is... Oh, he's lining up. Good. Habel's out. Okay, let's watch Habel. Looks like all of the other GT2s did not get their time in. That sucks that there's only like 3 of us GT2s. I should have signed up for a GT3 then. Okay, let's start getting my strategy set up. Oh yeah, look at that. What? I got my stop 1, stop 2, my stop 3, which I really don't need. I'm gonna do it like that. And then I have a wet setup. I'm gonna leave it at 21. Like the degrees. Once we get out on the track for racing, I'm gonna change the tire pressures. Okay, this is my race setup. Well, Habel's done. If he gets out on there, might be able to get a couple laps in. He has 7 minutes. This is nice. So far, I'm still leading. Not by too much, but if I could be at the front of the pack, I think Habel might beat my time. And the only reason why I say that is, like, GT3s have way more downforce. Like, I could get in the 23s on the regular in a GT3. My fastest time is like in the 22s, high 22s in a GT3. So it's like the GT3s can do it. On the other hand, we are on a green track. Okay, 3 minutes 43 seconds left of the GT3s. We're following on board Hable. Puts up a time 8 tenths down. 25.4. So far I'm still holding pole. If I could hold pole for 3 more minutes. Oh, he went deep and he's off. He just flashed the dude too. Great rejoin though. Sacrificed a little bit of time to rejoin safely. Good job, Hable. That just sucks that he was flashing and then he's building distance between him and the car in front. He's gonna go for one last flying lap. Where is he at on track position? Okay. Here he goes. Oh, he's coasting now. Now, do realize realize that when I start this race, I am going to be slower. I'm going to be sitting in the 25s, 26s. This is a quali setup. It's designed to just destroy your tires, but you only get like a couple laps. Also, when I start the race, I'm going to be running a lot higher fuel, which means I am going to be a lot heavier. And that means slower. Do we have any GT4? No, no GT4s lining up yet. Oh, he totally butchered that. He saved it though, but that's not going to be a good lap time. I wonder if they're running like their race setup. Oh, and he ruined it on the last corner. Nope, no gain for Habel. But he still has one more lap to go. He crossed before the 10-minute mark. We should start getting some GT4s lining up. Yep, GT4s are lined up and they are going. This one's still in the pits. German, or Germain, not sure how you pronounce it. He's off. Let's go back to Habel. So we have 720, or sorry, 710. See what Steiner can do. He braked too late. He still kept it in the line though. Can he advance? Steiner advances one position up to P7. And then we got Habel. Habel returned. We got number 21. Still out on track. Oh no, they just returned too. Okay, let's follow the GT4s. Okay, this guy, he was the one who joined the GT2s during the first session, so he's going to have a little longer qualifying session. We only have 2 GT4s. This is going to be quite bad for the GT2s down here at all the way at the back of the grid. They're going to have a difficult time fighting their way up to the front. It looks like our GT4s are both running the Mercedes, which is a pretty well-balanced GT4 car. I personally prefer the Porsche Cayman. It's one of my favorite GT4 cars. The Alpine is great. The Aston Martin is a good GT4 car as well. let's lock in my my pit strategy. Okay. So now to disclose my my pit strategy, I am going. So the pit strategy or pit requirements for this race is 3 mandatory stops. You can either go with tires or fuel or a combination of both or none at all. So you just have to make 3 stops. I am going to go for a 2-stop with tires, and my 3rd stop being either a stop and go or a splash and dash. I'm going to especially use that 3rd stop as like, I guess I don't know exactly how you would say it, but I guess like my free stop. If I'm caught up in traffic and I can't get around, I'll use it to get that pit stop in and undercut people. I could do that. I'm going to use it anytime throughout the race, whether it being right at the beginning, which I don't foresee happening since I am right at the top, but it could come to the very last lap. If I see a massive traffic of cars, I could come in, use that stop and go pit stop, and take off. I'm looking at about a 40-minute tire stint. So every 40 minutes I'm going to jump onto a new set of tires with a little wiggle room in case I need to use some strategy. We got 3 minutes 45 seconds remaining. I am going to run to the bathroom one last time, and by that time we should be about to start. I do believe that there is like a 3 or 5 minutes wait. Well, let's follow Shane before the race starts. So race starts is probably going to be in about anywhere between like 6 to 10 minutes. All right, I'll be right back. All right, looks like Chairman's still back out there. Let my headphones charge up just a little bit. always does that. He always goes like super wide right there, dips down into the gravel. I might wash my hands real quick. That's the end of his quali. Oh, I set 2 purple sectors. And look at that. All valid. And just like 4 laps, and now it's just, in 4 laps I put up pole. That's pretty good. Okay, so we got 19 degrees out right now. Let's see what the race is going to be like. Race is going to be at 10 a.m. It's going to heat up. Okay, so we got 4 minutes. Oh, and we are on a fast track. We don't have rain in sight. I'm going to bump up that a little bit. Don't want to make too many changes. .21. I'm going to bump my pressures down 1 click. I did 1 click because I know it's gonna heat up. I'll add 1 more liter just to make it 69. I want tire set 4. It's gonna be 5 and 6. You know what? I'm gonna leave it how it was. No, I will bump it up because I can deal with oversteer a little bit. Let's double check everything. So we're going to be using 4, 5, and 6. Brake pad 2 for the 2-hour race. Okay. Okay. Let's get this party started.